Have you ever had a dream that felt so real, so intense, that you woke up wondering if it meant something more? Maybe it was a place you've never been to, but it felt familiar, or someone you don't know in waking life. But in the dream, they felt close, almost like family. Maybe you felt something so deep that it stayed with you long after your eyes opened. What if those dreams weren't just your imagination? What if they were trying to tell you something? Most people grow up thinking dreams are just random thoughts from a busy brain, something your mind does to process stress or memories. But there's another way to see it. What if dreams are like quiet messages coming from inside you, or maybe even from somewhere else? Not in a fantasy kind of way, but in a personal and honest way that actually makes sense. Think of your mind like a radio. During the day, you're tuned to one station, focused on work, chores, responsibilities, the world around you. But at night, when your body rests, the signal shifts. That's when your brain picks up something different. And that's where dreams come in. It's like flipping through stations until you land on something familiar but strange. You hear stories, feel emotions, see faces that you can't explain, but they feel real. These aren't just daydreams. Some of them stick with you. They bother you, comfort you, confuse you, or bring peace. And when a dream leaves that kind of mark, it's worth paying attention. Let's take a common example. You've been going through a hard time. You feel like nobody understands. Then you have a dream where someone hugs you, listens to you, says exactly what you needed to hear. That feeling carries into your day. You feel lighter, stronger, less alone. Maybe that dream was your way of giving yourself what no one else could. Or maybe you dream of falling, running, drowning. Classic stress dreams. They're not just about panic. They might be pointing to something you're avoiding in real life. A decision you've been putting off. A truth you don't want to admit. The dream gives you the feeling first, and then it's up to you to figure out why. Some dreams repeat, over and over. Maybe it's a hallway you can never escape, a house that keeps changing, a road that never ends. You might brush it off at first, but after the third or fourth time you begin to wonder, why does this keep coming back? That's a signal. Not just from your mind, but from a part of you that wants your attention. It's like a memory trying to break through, not from your past in this life, but from a deeper part of who you are. There are also those dreams that feel more real than real life. The colors are brighter, the sounds clearer. You wake up feeling like you were somewhere, not just dreaming. And when you remember it, you feel a mix of peace and sadness, like you had to leave something important behind. Those dreams don't feel like imagination. They feel like visits. Now maybe that's your brain doing some deep cleaning, but maybe it's more. Maybe you have access to places and people and parts of yourself that only show up when your guard is down, when your thinking mind steps aside and your deeper self steps forward. You don't need to be a mystic to believe that. You just need to have felt it. Dreams also help us deal with pain, losing someone, facing illness, feeling stuck. Sometimes the only place you can reconnect or heal is in a dream. It's the one space where the rules bend, where your heart can talk without fear. And even if the dream doesn't fix everything, it reminds you that you're still feeling, still searching, still human. Science tells us dreams come from brain activity, neurons firing, memories replaying, feelings bubbling up. But even scientists admit we don't know everything about how or why we dream. And just because something happens in the brain doesn't mean it isn't real or meaningful. A dream that changes your day, that lifts your spirit or helps you face something difficult is as real as anything else. The result matters more than the explanation. Think about how many times you've had an idea after dreaming, or how often people say they slept on it and woke up knowing what to do. That's not magic. It's your mind working differently while you rest. It's sorting through things in a way that your waking self can't always manage. Now, here's something else. Dreams can be warnings. Not dramatic predictions, but quiet signs. Maybe a dream makes you feel unsafe with someone, even though they seem fine during the day. Or maybe it shows you succeeding at something you've been afraid to try. That's your inner compass speaking up, giving you a view from another angle. So how do you make sense of your dreams? First, don't try to solve them like a puzzle. Just start by remembering them. Keep a notebook by your bed. When you wake up, write down anything you remember. Feelings, images, words. Don't worry about whether it makes sense. After a while, you'll notice patterns. Certain people show up, certain places. Emotions repeat. That's your deeper mind pointing at something. A need, a memory, a direction. And little by little, you'll start understanding what your dreams are saying. Don't force it. Some dreams are just dreams, but others carry something important. You'll feel it in your gut. Here's what you shouldn't do. Ignore every dream like it's just random noise. Because if you keep doing that, you might miss the one dream that changes everything. The one that helps you forgive, or gives you an idea, or reminds you what really matters. Your dreams are not trying to confuse you. They're trying to show you something you can't always see when you're awake. Not because you're not smart, but because life gets loud, and dreams are quiet. And sometimes the only way to really listen is when everything else is turned off. Some people say that every dream has a message. Others say dreams are just the leftovers of your thoughts. But maybe the truth is somewhere in between. Some dreams really are random, but some, they're moments of clarity, pockets of truth, a way for your heart and mind to catch up to each other. So the next time you wake up with a dream sitting heavy on your chest or lighting you up from the inside, don't rush past it. Sit with it. Ask what it wants to show you. And even if the answer doesn't come right away, trust that it matters. You don't need to believe in other lives or invisible realms to know that dreams can be meaningful. You just need to believe that you're more than your daily schedule, that your mind and your spirit, whatever that means to you, have more to say than what fits in your waking hours. Dreams are part of your story, a part that speaks in images, feelings, and moments instead of words. But if you learn to listen, they can guide you in real, simple ways. They can remind you to slow down, to pay attention, to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. They can reconnect you with people you've lost, with parts of yourself you've forgotten, and with paths you didn't know you were meant to walk. So tonight, when you go to sleep, remember that it's not just a break from your day. It's a doorway, one that opens to a place where truth doesn't always need words, a place where you're still growing, still healing, still searching. And when you wake up, don't forget to bring a piece of that place back with you. Because maybe your dreams aren't just dreams. Maybe they're part of your life that you've only just begun to understand. And every night is a chance to listen. Every morning is a chance to remember.